over 420 units in the national park system, there are a wide diversity of park units, ranging from tropical coral reefs to North America's highest peak, plus sites dedicated to pivotal people and pivotal moments in our nation's history. However, there is one commonality across every park unit: rangers. Park staff are the lifeblood of the NPS, both in their public-facing duties and behind-the-scenes upkeep of the parks. If you are interested in working or volunteering in the parks, this video is for you. Our team at RIC Adventures has had opportunities to visit, volunteer, and work in the national parks, and we'd love to hear your stories about working or volunteering in the parks in the comments below. One great way to get experience and familiarity in the national park system is by volunteering. Volunteering is a great option if you already have a non-park service job but still want to be involved with the national parks, are looking for a job in the National Park Service and want to learn more about what exactly different park staff positions do, or you're passionate about a specific topic or place and a park unit is hosting a special event. There are a couple different ways to get started when it comes to volunteering in the national parks. The most direct way is to go to the park unit you would like to volunteer at if you live close by, and ask for information, which can usually be found at the park's visitor center. Most parks also have newsletters for the general public, letting you know when major events are happening in the park that you can attend or volunteer at if the park requires it. If you don't live near the park of your dreams, that's okay. We live in the age of technology, and you can also explore volunteer opportunities online. In the description, you'll find links to both the main page for volunteering on the NPS's website, as well as volunteer.gov, which lists a broad range of positions across the United States. But let's say you want to do more than just volunteer. You want to work for the National Park Service. It's important to realize that although the interpretation rangers with their iconic green and gray uniforms and brimmed hats are often seen as the face of the organization, jobs in the national parks extend far beyond just interpretation. Keeping the parks going are the maintenance workers, whose duties can include cleaning visitor centers, maintaining park grounds, and doing preservation projects on historic structures. Maintenance workers often get to see a side of the national parks that the public isn't shown on trails or tours, and their job is vital to keeping the park safe and presentable to visitors. Patrolling the park units are law enforcement rangers. These rangers perform the roles of ensuring park rules are obeyed by visitors, as well as alerting the public to areas of the park undergoing construction or are closed due to dangerous conditions. You can also explore the parks as a scientist, studying the wonders of our planet, from ecology in the Everglades to speleology in the park system's many caves to volcanology at Hawaii volcanoes. And of course, as mentioned at the top of this section, there are the interpretive rangers. Giving tours at national parks is just one of the many tasks of the interpretive ranger. Staffing visitor centers, reaching out to the public on social media, doing amphitheater programs, and hosting concerts, and who could forget, answering visitor questions, are just some of the things that may happen in a day in the life of an interpretive ranger. So how do you apply for any of the jobs I've just mentioned? Well, the place to go is usajobs.gov. This is where the government posts jobs for many of their departments, including the National Park Service. By putting in keywords that fit the job you're looking for, National Park Service is a good starter, you can narrow down what the right job for you might be. If you don't see something that fits you, don't worry. Check back in a few weeks as new jobs are always popping up throughout the year. Once you've found a position you're interested in, you can start the application process. Be sure to look over the job qualifications, job location, and expected start dates to make sure you're able to be available and present on site if it's an in-person position. Most positions will also have an NPS questionnaire, asking about your ability to perform certain duties expected of the job. Answer these questions to the best of your ability, and make sure your answers align with your resume. If you'd like to see a separate video on how to build a good resume for a job in the Park Service, let us know in the comments. Once you feel confident about your application, submit it. Depending on the job, you'll usually hear within a few weeks if you are referred to the hiring official for the job you applied for. And if you are, you may be contacted for an interview. If you want to have a job in the national parks but don't want to work for the government, third-party organizations also offer job opportunities, especially at the more well-known parks like Yellowstone and the Grand Canyon. For example, many of the lodging facilities in and around the larger parks are run through non-NPS groups. So if you're looking for a job like no other, look no further than the National Park Service. From urban monuments to wilderness preserves and everything in between, America's national park system has it all. Until next time, this has been RSC Adventures. Thanks for watching.